Hi, and welcome to Community Hotline. I'm Monica Weitzel, and we're here in Gresham at Metro East Community Media. We're talking with nonprofits that are doing good things in your community. And tonight, to start off, we're going to be talking with Oregon Tradeswomen. Here to represent the organization is Connie Ashbrook. You're the executive director. Welcome.
Thank you, Monica.
Thanks for being here. And Iris Gandaria. How do I do?
Great.
You are a board member, and you are a tradeswoman.
I am a tradeswoman.
Welcome. Thanks for being here. So tell me, one of you, if you would, a little bit about the mission of your organization, why you were founded, and basically what you do.
Sure. Well, I'll start, and then Iris can talk about her experience. But our mission is to promote success for women in the trades through education, leadership, and mentorship. And basically, we help women and girls learn about the blue-collar professions like electrician, carpenter, sheet metal worker, steam fitter, plumber, laborer, and the whole 9 yards. And
all the stuff that I could never thought about doing as a kid because women didn't do that.
Exactly. Well, times have changed.
Yes, they have.
And women are very, very successful in these professions, but they don't necessarily know that they are even out there.
Right.
So that's our job, is to make sure women know about them, make sure they're prepared, and help them get into those jobs and start making the big bucks.
Wow, that's great. That's great. So,
yeah.
Iris, how did you get involved with this program?
Well, when I was, I went through a pre-apprenticeship program called BFIT, Building Futures in the Trades, and this was back a program that's no longer around, and it was at, was it Rock Creek campus, and it was a 6-month pre-apprenticeship program that introduced me to all the different trades, just a little taste of everything. And I didn't have my high school diploma then, so when I graduated the program, I realized I needed to get a high school diploma in order to get into one of these apprenticeships. Right. But that's where I met Connie, and I've known Connie since then, and I knew about Oregon Tradeswomen. But back then, it didn't have a pre-apprenticeship.
We did not have staff.
They did not have staff.
It was a volunteer program to start out with?
Yeah.
And Connie's one of the founders of Oregon Tradeswomen.
Nice, nice.
Inc.
So the program that you started at Rock Creek, was that because you hadn't finished school and you just had an interest in that, or you were exploring your possibilities of a career, or what?
Well, I certainly was exploring my possibilities, and I was, dead-end job, and I just was kind of, I don't know, I wanted more. Yeah. I needed something, and I started looking into it, and that was like something that came up. I actually don't remember the moment I realized what I was getting myself into, but I absolutely loved it.
It was the right decision, huh?
Oh, it was awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
And Iris is now our model.
Yes.
I'm going to hold the big one up and see if we can get a.
This is my new endeavor.
So you're now the spokesmodel for Oregon Tradeswomen.
Oregon Tradeswomen.
And you're wearing a welding?
I am a welder. I am a steam fitter apprentice welder with Local 290, and it's awesome. It's my dream come true.
Really? You love it, huh?
I love it.
So there are a lot of good jobs out there in the trades, right? I mean, what's the percentage of women that actually are in these jobs? Do you have any idea?
Well, in the Portland area, with the apprenticeship programs that we work with most closely, they're about 9% women on average. But nationally, they're about 3%.
Wow.
women.
So we're doing better here.
We're doing better
here. Is it because of you?
It's because of Oregon
Tradeswomen
and women like Iris.
Yeah.
But it's also because Oregon has a long history of women working in the shipyards, women during World War II, working on the war endeavor. So we're really following the footsteps of those Rosie the Riveters that came before us.
The pioneers. Okay, so I know you brought some pictures, and or no, you didn't have pictures of these. You have the information about this. So you've got all sorts of stuff coming up.
Yes.
For people to attend, to find out about your programs. What's the best way? People go to your website. Is that the best way to start when they want to find out about Oregon Tradeswomen?
Well, I would suggest two things. One, our website, www.tradeswomen.net.
Okay.
Also, go to our YouTube channel and do a search for Oregon Tradeswomen, and you'll see all kinds of amazing videos of women working as line workers, plumbers, sheet metal workers, carpenters, laborers, the whole gamut.
Are these people actually working on the job, or are these in your program?
They're actually working on the job.
How
So
many-
you'll see them in all their glory and their pride.
I'm sure there is a lot of pride. I would be very proud to, especially in a male-dominated field. It's kind of, it just gives that little extra cachet, to be able to say, yeah, I'm a welder. What?
Yeah.
What?
Is that right?
Yeah, we're
What's it done for you? Just to have, to have a good job that you're proud of and that you enjoy.
Well, I'm part of Local 290. I'm in a union. I mean, being part of a union, you get a few things. One is you get training, education. You're certified, and you get a good living wage with benefits, a pension someday.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's endless. It just never stops, and it's amazing to me that I get to do like what I love to do, and I'm getting paid for it, and I'm getting paid really well to do what I do.
That's
so
a wonderful thing. It is.
it's motivating.
Well, it should be motivating for others too. Tell me about some of the events you have coming up. For example, you have the 23rd annual Women in Trades
So we
Career
have
Fair.
the Women in Trades Career Fair, and it's open to the public this coming Saturday, May 16th. We do this every year, so if your viewers are seeing this after May 16th,
You'll
they'll
be
catch
back
us
again
next year.
Okay.
Twice a month, we do a information session, 2-hour orientation to our programs. So people can go on our website and sign up for that. We have our Building Girls work crew coming up, and this is going to be June 16th through July 9th.
So it's like a summer camp.
It's
Kinda like that?
like a summer camp for young ladies 17 to 24 years old that are in the in-between years between high school and the work world, and we help them get ready for trades careers.
Okay.
And we do have the Building Girls summer construction camps in August for middle school girls and high school girls.
Middle school girls. That's great. That's great
Yeah.
to start them. Did you ever, when you were in middle school, think about?
Well, for me
Getting a career.
personally, when I was a little kid, I decided to build a tree house, but I didn't have a tree, so I decided to attach it to my mom's house.
Seriously?
And, yeah, I was like putting extra walls on her. Yeah,
I love it.
So I mean, I've always liked working with my hands and tools, and so yeah, I mean, there's possibilities are endless.
Yeah, that's great. How did you get it? I mean, how did you start this? What was your background?
Well, I worked construction for 17 years, mostly as an elevator mechanic.
Oh, really?
And
Interesting.
I got into it because I wanted a good paying job that was very challenging and satisfying. I love to work with my hands. I love to fix things. I love to build things.
Thank God there are
and
women like you, because I'm terrible at those things.
Yeah.
That's
And
great.
Iris has a message for people in the audience that might prefer to hear their messages in
En Spanish, sí. Quisiera decirles que por favor vengan a aprender de carreras en construcción. Si yo puedo, usted puede y todos podemos. Es una buena oportunidad a obtener una carrera que les va a pagar muy bien. Van a trabajar duro, pero también van a jugar duro. So, por favor, vengan el sábado, May 16th, 16 de mayo. Está abierto para el público. Vengan a divertirse.
Is your website
Gracias.
in Spanish as well? Do you have any?
We don't have our information on our website in Spanish, but we definitely have a wide variety of women from all backgrounds portrayed in our website, because all kinds of women are extremely successful in the trades, and so we want to make sure that all women know that they could do this work.
I'm sure that just learning a trade of any kind and being good at it helps build your confidence. That I think that happens all the time. But I love that you're starting with middle school kids, because that's where, especially in women, I think that they start losing, self-esteem. And there's different reasons for that. But starting at that early and getting them thinking about the possibilities is great.
Well, definitely those middle school girls, they can weld, they could use a drill motor, they can use a power saw. So
Wow.
they can be very sophisticated with their use of tools. It's amazing how young girls can learn how to build things.
Where is the camp held?
The summer camps are held at the University of Portland campus.
Oh, okay.
They're very generous to us and help us put on the camps. And then the Building Girls Work Crew that's in June, it'll be at right down the street here at the Nadaka Nature Center, where they're
really?
building a park.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I went to the grand opening of that at
Oh,
Royal Lungo. It's
good.
great. It's a beautiful
Yeah.
park. Yeah. So that'll be the
That'll be in June.
okay. That's the one. in
We're
June.
recruiting now. It's a 4-week program, June 16th through July 9th.
Okay.
Yeah.
The career fair that's going on, anybody can go to that, correct? So
Anybody can
Saturday.
go to that on
Okay.
Saturday. We sign up the schools ahead of time on the middle school day, which is May 14th, tomorrow, and high school day, which is May 15th, Friday. And we have a waiting list, so it's completely full
really?
right
Oh,
now.
wow. Wow.
But it's open to the public on Friday, May 16th.
No, Saturday.
Saturday, excuse me, Saturday, May 16th. And anybody's welcome to come.
And where is
we
that?
have a whole program called Dads and Daughters, because we really want dads from the trades to bring their daughters and be role models and mentors. It's such a special relationship for a dad to help his daughter move into the trades.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's great. But speaking of mentoring, do you do, like, when you graduate from the program or when you've gone through this, do you mentor? Do you work with other
All the
aspiring?
time.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a lot of women, so it's a small community of women in the trades. And, you know, you come across situations and experiences, and sometimes you need to share with people, sometimes you need some advice. And I think that's how Oregon Tradeswomen started, as sort of a mentoring group that got together and helped each other out. You know, it's nice to be supported and vent, and, you know, because you don't always find allies, you know, in there, so you got to kind of find the people that you can, you know, lean on.
Yeah, yeah, that's great.
So we hold 4 sessions of our pre-apprenticeship program for adult women a year, and we're recruiting now for the July session.
Wow. Okay.
And
An adult being any age adult? I mean,
17 if you're going to be 18 before you graduate, and up until age 50 or older if you're able to do the work of the trades. But most of our students are in their 20s and 30s. And so we're recruiting a class of 25 students. We do that 4 times a year. It's a no cost to the women that attend.
Wow.
Because we know that many times women are trying to break out of a dead-end or low-wage job and move
Don't have
into
the money to.
They don't have the
Yeah.
money to go to even community college. So our training is paid for by our wonderful funders, sponsors, grantors, and lots of government partners that make it happen.
Who are some of your bigger community partners that you deal with?
Well, Bank of America just gave us a wonderful grant so that we can expand into manufacturing. So that was a wonderful...
I remember reading about that. Yeah, that's exciting. Well, we're just about out of time. So one last thing, Leadership Institute is happening in September?
The Leadership Institute is happening September 26th. And this is an institute for women already in the trades, so they can build their leadership skills. They could think about the future. Do they want to be business owners? Do they want to be foremen or superintendents? How can they be a mentor? How can they bring their voice to the policy table and really make a difference in their community?
I love it. I love it. Thank you both for being on here so much. And if people are interested, they'll know now a little bit more about it, and they know to go to your website and all the other available resources for checking out Oregon Tradeswomen. So thanks, Iris. Thanks, honey. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Monica.
You bet.
Thank you.
Don't go away. We'll be back with more of Community Hotline in just a moment.
shoot my documentary was more than I ever would have dreamed of doing.
This is a community media station.
It was phenomenal.
Ready, camera, one.
What is it about this place that makes so many different people come together?
Ready, camera, two.
Very professional, experienced people.
You can use these industry standard pieces of equipment.
Ready, camera, three. Take three.
You don't have to be rich to do this.
Open people's eyes to something they've never even thought of before.
Cool stuff happens. It becomes this community.
That's going to really change who's telling the stories and who's controlling the messaging.